If you thought Elon Musk was too busy dismantling multiple democracies around the world to tweet, you would be wrong. Rest assured, your favorite billionaire still finds time in his day to boost conspiracy theories on his social media platform.
When I look at Elon Musk X feed, I mean, it basically 95% of it sounds like I wrote it.
The latest target is Politico, and it all started when Kyle Becker tweeted that Politico received USAID funds. He said in the tweet, "Everything makes sense now." Okay. He cited data from usaspending.gov, and he attached screenshots to back up his claim. In a separate post, he said, also the Associated Press. It's not just Politico. The Associated Press has been raking in millions of dollars in government money for years. The AP's bias also makes perfect sense. Byron Tao, a reporter for AP, responded to Becker's claim saying, "I looked at these contracts and I have my own fun fact. This is occurring because agencies, not just USAID, are buying subscriptions to Politico's pro-editorial product, not because Politico is getting grants or other federal funding." He also confirmed that this is true of every media outlet with a subscription model. In other words, the government isn't just giving outlets like AP and Politico money to spew propaganda. It's just paying for access to articles and databases, pretty standard stuff. Still, the comment sections on X are riddled with accusations of money laundering, support for Doge and Elon Musk, claims that Trump didn't know any of this was going on and that's why Elon now has to do audits, even though Elon Musk is not an auditor. There's also outrage because $8 million is way too much for the government to spend on something like a Politico subscription. That, according to the internet, is the money that Elon is trying to cut from the government's budget. Of course, they probably believe this because Elon Musk said so. In response to Becker's tweet about Politico and AP, Musk responded, "Not for long. This is obviously a huge waste of taxpayer money." Let's be real, $8 million is nothing when it comes to government spending. $8 million is nothing to Elon Musk. The people who are boosting this conspiracy will say that it's not about the money. It's about the fact that the government is supporting and enabling propaganda machines like Politico and the AP. They'll say this is why their side has so little support in the media or around the world. It certainly has nothing to do with the fact that despite winning the popular vote in the last election, Trump only won the support of a much lesser fraction of eligible voters. It has nothing to do with the fact that people can, and sometimes do, think for themselves. Besides, Elon said he was going to cut trillions of dollars from government spending, not billions, trillions, a number so incomprehensible that people are stressing over $8 million. And Elon said he was going to cut trillions of spending dollars, all while not taxing the rich and not even investigating the Pentagon, which hasn't passed an audit in years. Elon doesn't actually care about any of this, but as long as people on social media are fighting about $8 million, they're not paying attention while he guts entire government departments, cuts Medicaid, or even raises their taxes. Not his, theirs, your taxes. In response to the accusations, Politico CEO Goli Sheikh al-Islami and global editor-in-chief John Harris told their team in a memo, "Politico has never been a beneficiary of government programs or subsidies, not 1 cent ever in 18 years. Our subscribers tell us time and again that Politico Pro makes them smarter and helps them do their job more effectively and efficiently. The services, tools, and journalism we supply on the Pro platform makes all our clients, private sector and public sector alike, better informed and arms them with real-time news and information and reporting they simply cannot get anywhere else." AP also confirmed that the federal government, through both Republican and Democratic administrations, has long been an AP customer. They said it licenses AP's nonpartisan journalism, just like thousands of news outlets and customers around the world. It's quite common for governments to have contracts with news organizations for their content. To all of this, I just want to say that it's not expected of anyone to know enough about everything, that they're able to dispel rumors or even to identify misinformation or disinformation on their own. People are trying to trick you. So even if you think you're being scrupulous as you doom scroll on social media, you might get tricked. If someone posts a screenshot of something that looks legitimate, it's somewhat understandable that you would assume that it is legitimate. But when people post screenshots of complicated looking things as evidence to back up their claims, even when we do it here on this network, there's an underlying knowing that most people aren't going to scrutinize that screenshot. They're going to assume you, the content creator, the influencer, the self-proclaimed expert, whatever, they're going to assume that you know what you're talking about. They're also going to assume that if something doesn't make sense to them, it's probably because they personally don't know enough. They need to be more educated. It's not assumed as often, however, that the information cannot make sense because it's wrong or misleading or oversimplified. So when things like this happen, when someone tweets a screenshot claiming it proves that Politico and AP have been receiving funds from USAID and that it's all part of a bigger conspiracy, or in this case, a justification for the actions of Elon Musk, people are already confused about what's going on and why. They still want to believe that billionaires like Donald Trump and Elon Musk are really the good guys, even though they see them doing things that are decidedly not good and even scary. So in order to reconcile their existing beliefs, to prevent them from spiraling into the abysmal realization that no white knight is coming to save them, they have to believe that there's something else going on that they, again, do not fully understand. There's always some underlying conspiracy running things behind the scenes, a conspiracy that will ultimately protect them and preserve their mental sanctity. What would be a safer and more sane course of action in response to some guy tweeting a screenshot would be to either think, I don't know enough about this topic to fully grasp or understand what's happening here, or I need more information on this from a more credible source because this is just coming from a guy on social media. And I'm not even talking specifically about Kyle Becker here. Apparently he works in media and he has a blue check on X, take that for what it's worth. But when we live in a world, really two worlds, the real world and a digital world, where platforms are flooded with bots, where fact checking has been denigrated, where astroturfing is a thing, I don't understand why people haven't learned the lesson to not believe or trust everything on the internet yet. And even if you do take a position initially on something, you should be allowed to change your position once presented with new information. Everyone is too scared of looking like they got to ever admit that they misjudged something based on a tiny bit of information. And I work in media. These videos get millions of views, but I genuinely hope that this audience knows to be critical and discerning of the information presented to them. We do our best here at TYT to provide accurate and current information, but we're not perfect. Mistakes can and do happen. But intentionally misleading people is not anything I have any interest in doing. And the thoughts of the ideas in these videos suddenly taking off or going viral honestly stresses me out, because the faster ideas move, the less people are thinking critically about them. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.